Oceans cover most of our planet, yet much remains unseen, until fishermen reel in the impossible. From alien-like creatures filmed in the deep sea to the capture of bizarre, undiscovered species, here are 30 times fishermen captured what no one was supposed to see, offering a chilling glimpse into Earth's most mysterious depths. The beginning of this video shows two Russian men clearing the snow covering a part of a completely frozen lake. At first, what they're digging for seems to be unclear. But moments later, as the snow clears, a silhouette of something terrifying shows itself. Some undiscovered fossils remain hidden beneath glaciers or polar ice, perfectly preserved and waiting for climate shifts or research expeditions to uncover them. With this in mind, they continue clearing and breaking the ice, encapsulating the strange object. A few minutes later, they finally uncovered this. The unearthed object looks eerily like a severed hand, but with grotesquely elongated fingers. Two divers decide to head into the ocean for a quick dive. Moments later, they are forced to go back to the shore after they manage to capture something extremely weird. Thinking quickly, they immediately decide to record their strange catch. Watch this.
This is a remora, okay? And this thing right on top of his face, that's actually his dorsal fin. He uses it to suck on fish. My buddy Austin here.
What you're seeing here is a remora. Latching onto sharks and large sea creatures, these eerie fish cling like parasites. Their suction cup heads allow them to ride effortlessly, almost unnaturally still. Always watching, always attached. It's unsettling how they never let go, no matter where the host goes.
Look at that, chat.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. He's just chilling on your Jeep.
How creepy is that?
What?
Their strange behavior makes even seasoned divers uneasy. Silent passengers clinging to giants in the deep. A man is just taking a nice breather near the shore, trying to enjoy the view of the sea. As time passes by, he suddenly gets an eerie feeling, making him concerned. Moments later, his suspicions are finally confirmed when this decides to visit him. Blanket octopuses are bizarre deep-sea drifters known for their webbed, cape-like arms that flow like silk. Females can grow impressively large, trailing a shimmering cloak that resembles something alien. Their strange beauty hides their rare, elusive nature beneath the waves. With arms flowing like fabric, its approach feels graceful, until you realize it's watching you too. This man is just trying to enjoy the beach when suddenly he encounters strange creatures near the shore. Upon finding the strange animal, he immediately records it and uploads it to a popular streaming site. The footage you are about to see is shocking.
Por la mayoría, pero hay ocasiones que nos da la respuesta a nuestras preguntas. Y es que en una publicación donde decía, mi amigo, el Demogorgón no existe.
This is a bearded worm goby, lurking in murky waters. This small serpent-like creature moves with unsettling ease across the sand. Its beady eyes and fleshy beard give it an eerie appearance, like something pulled from a forgotten nightmare at the bottom of a shallow lagoon.
Salió de un libro de Lovecraft, es de Stranger Things, entre muchas opciones similares. Sin embargo, poco tiempo después obtuvimos la respuesta. Un joven.
Its strange features and slithering motion make this one beach encounter hard to forget. A diver drifts silently beneath the surface, camera fixed on a fast-moving shape weaving through the water ahead. The creature darts with purpose, its winding path hypnotic against the murky backdrop of the ocean floor. Flashes of green and blue shimmer along its body as it twists and turns with unnatural grace. The diver keeps pace, trying to get closer, but the creature seems almost aware, staying just out of reach as if leading him towards something he wasn't meant to find. Whatever this is, it's fast, intelligent, and possibly something science hasn't fully documented yet. What do you think it could be? The video opens in a dimly lit kitchen as a man holds up what he claims are sea creatures recently discovered. At first glance, they look like oversized cockroaches, their rigid shells glistening under the weak overhead light.
Gente, si saben qué es esto, comenten en el video abajo ahí, qué es esto.
But it's their bloated, malformed heads and twitching legs that make them hard to ignore. Both crustaceans sit still, yet alive, pulsing with strange movements like they're adjusting to the new environment or reacting to something unseen.
Así que miren, comenten cómo les dicen en su pueblo, en su país, a este animalito.
Whether deep-sea mutation or ancient survivor, these creatures raise unsettling questions. Are they truly new, or just finally crawling into view? Two men walk along the shore, stopping when they see something stretched across the sand, long, pale, and too large to ignore. They approach cautiously, circling it, uncertain if it washed up recently or had been lying there all along. With sticks in hand, they begin prodding the creature's slick surface, trying to figure out what it is. Each poke feels like a gamble, as if one more nudge might awaken whatever's hiding just beneath that unmoving skin. The ocean hides more than just depth. Sometimes it leaves behind things we were never meant to find ashore. The camera opens on a porch, quiet, except for the shifting sounds of something wet dragging across the surface. A fishing line stretches toward the edge, still taut, as if hesitant to let go of what's clinging to it. Lying just beneath the line's pull is a pale, soft-bodied creature, unnaturally quiet except for the occasional twitch. Its single tail-like limb coils slightly with each movement, while small, blinking eyes seem to follow the camera, watching, waiting, but never fully still. Not everything pulled from the sea should be brought home. Some things are better left beneath the waves. This group of fishermen is out at sea waiting for a big catch. Moments later, one of them calls everyone over after supposedly catching something extremely surprising. They then pull out their phones to record the animal. What you are about to see is guaranteed to leave you speechless.
We caught a few last year, but I've never seen one this big. They get huge. They get like 6 feet long. I don't even know how this one fit in a trap.
The giant wolfish grows up to 5 feet long and is armed with powerful jaws capable of crushing bones and shells. Its aggressive temperament and fearsome bite make it a serious threat to anything unlucky enough to cross its path.
Fish. We're gonna see what he can do to a soda can. I don't even dare to get my hand near. They're like a dog. It exploded.
Its savage look and massive jaws leave little room for doubt. This predator isn't one to mess with. Filmed from the deep blue silence of a submarine window, the ocean outside remains still until long, shimmering threads drift into view. They sway gently at first, almost as if reaching, curling through the water like nerves untethered from any solid form. The body follows, delicate, translucent, but massive. Segments pulse and ripple with strange life, glowing faintly against the black. It moves with no urgency, yet every slow twist draws it closer toward the camera, and then something shifts in its motion. What begins as gentle drifting quickly becomes a terrifying approach. This creature wasn't just floating, it was hunting. Captured from the quiet depths of a submarine, the camera drifts across the ocean floor until something faintly undulates into view. It's wide, pale, and draped like fabric suspended in water, its movements slow, deliberate, and eerily silent. You've seen nothing like this. Its translucent body reveals shifting shapes within, hinting at organs suspended inside a floating sheet. It turns slightly, pulsing as it glides forward at a snail's pace, leaving the viewer uncertain whether it's moving or watching. What could this be? Its eerie stillness masked intelligence. Gliding closer without sound, it feels more like an encounter than a discovery. The rocky shoreline looks quiet at first glance, with nothing but crashing waves and scattered debris in sight. The camera slowly pans across the uneven terrain, lingering longer than expected near one particular spot. Something unusual seems to have caught the recorder's attention. As the lens closes in, the sight becomes harder to explain. Pale and bloated, the creature's stiff form doesn't match any known marine animal. Its presence raises an unsettling question. What exactly washed ashore here? Its shape defies recognition, half familiar, half wrong. Nature rarely leaves behind mysteries this strange, this motionless, and this completely unexplained. The camera drifts silently near the seafloor, capturing the stillness of the deep. Small particles float in the murky water, and the diver's slow movements add to the eerie calm. Everything seems ordinary, until the light catches something unusual just ahead. It stretches in one solid hue, smooth and almost gelatinous, with a faint glow across its surface. Its strange shape sways gently, giving no clear sense of its beginning or end. Hovering silently in place, it leaves one unsettling question. What exactly is this? It doesn't swim or flee, just floats, watching. Too perfect, too still, and far too strange to explain away. What was supposed to be a romantic dinner for the couples in this shoreline restaurant suddenly becomes surprising after they are visited by an unexpected guest. They immediately pull out their phones to record this puzzling sight.
Get a video. Oh my goodness. On YouTube,
Glowing just beneath the dark ocean surface, this eerie creature drifts silently, casting an otherworldly light. Its movements are smooth yet unpredictable, and despite its brilliance, no one on board can identify what kind of animal this even is.
What? Yeah, I'm getting video. What the hell?
It hovers just offshore, pulsing with unnatural light, so mesmerizing the crowd forgets to even speak. Then it starts moving closer. Waves crash faintly in the distance as the camera pans across jagged rocks slick with seawater. Bits of seaweed cling to stone, and nothing seems out of the ordinary. Then, just beyond a shallow tide pool, something strange comes into view. Lying still against the rocks is a creature coated in sharp red spines, its body twisted and unnatural. It doesn't resemble anything familiar, almost as if it drifted in from another world. Whatever it is, you wouldn't want to step near it. Its jagged spines shimmer under the light, looking more like thorns than scales, something alien the ocean shouldn't have released. Beneath the surface, the diver's camera drifts through a haze of filtered light and swirling particles. At first, the ocean floor appears empty, until something flashes upward in a blur of red and orange, darting straight for the surface. Trailing fluidly through the water, the creature twists in sharp S-shaped turns, its limbs fluttering like misplaced fins. 5 pairs move in eerie coordination, giving it a strangely coordinated pulse. It's hard to say if it's fleeing or curious. Either way, you've likely never seen this before. It darts through the water with strange grace, leaving behind more questions than answers for those watching. A bunch of beachgoers are just having a fun time, enjoying the sunny day. The kids play and the adults talk when suddenly, out of nowhere, a person calls everyone's attention to witness this shocking discovery. massive, unrecognizable corpses occasionally wash ashore, baffling both scientists and locals alike. Their bloated forms, strange appendages, and grotesque textures suggest something ancient or unknown, stirring rumors of deep-sea monsters or cryptids finally surfacing from the ocean's darkest depths. The beach falls silent as phones rise and whispers spread. Whatever this thing is, it's definitely not ordinary. The water barely ripples as the man steps deeper into the shallows, camera in hand. He scans the surface, quiet and focused, until something beneath catches his eye. He pauses for a moment, seemingly unsure of what he's seeing.
Ahora presentamos al mojón viviente.
Whatever it is, it doesn't behave like most marine life. Once disturbed, it reveals a strange underbelly dotted with pore-like shapes, then slowly twists itself upright again, its shape unlike anything you've likely seen before. Despite the clear view, no one can confidently identify this creature. Its strange shape and behavior leave even experts completely baffled and unsettled. The camera hovers steadily above the ocean floor, scanning the quiet depths. At first, nothing appears unusual, just the stillness of deep water and a strange round shape resting calmly below. But something about its form keeps the lens focused. Then the camera lingers just a little longer. That strange round form with its trailing tail seems too still, too deliberate. Its surface catches light in odd ways, as if barely holding something beneath. The water around it remains calm, but not for long. Even without movement, its presence feels intentional, like it's waiting. The deeper you look, the more unnatural it begins to feel. The camera drifts slowly through the pitch-black deep, where light has long since vanished. Out of the shadows, an immense silhouette takes form, delicate, eerie, and unlike anything found near the surface. Something massive lurks just ahead, waiting to be seen. Its arms trail like whispers across the dark. Their movements so subtle it's unclear if it's alive or simply drifting. The body glows faintly in the void, suspended like a ghostly beacon. You've never seen anything like this. Some creatures in the deep remain unnamed, vast, glowing, and fragile, drifting like forgotten spirits through the ocean's darkest, most untouched corners. Inside the glass tank, something strange clings to the artificial reef. Its color blends with the red lighting, almost as if it were built for this environment. The camera lingers silently, capturing something few would expect to find in a public aquarium.
Now I'm recording.
Get down here now! I'll give you an ass beating! I will destroy you!
Its limbs stretch outward in every direction, thin, feathery, and too many to count. With every subtle twitch, it seems more alien than marine. The longer you watch, the more unsettling it becomes. You've likely never seen anything quite like this.
Hey, get those! I found you something to eat! Oh, cool, man. I will devour that! You what?
Not all mysteries lie in the wild. Some sit behind glass, moving subtly, revealing their strangeness only when you're finally paying attention. The diver's light cuts through the ocean haze, scanning across rocks and coral near the sea floor. Everything looks still at first, just sand and sea life blending into the murk. Then, something strange appears tucked low in the terrain, barely moving at all. Its body branches outward with dozens of soft limbs, swaying like underwater feathers. Blue-green in color, it clings to the seabed until the diver gets closer. What happens next feels more plant than animal, yet far more alive. Beneath the waves, not everything is what it seems. Sometimes the ocean floor itself starts breathing back. The paraglider floats calmly above a stretch of murky water, the hum of wind and distant traffic mixing overhead. Below, the landscape stretches out, trees, shoreline, and a long bridge cutting through the mist. Everything seems perfectly still until he turns. Drifting silently beneath the surface, a shadow moves just beneath the waves. It glides in a steady rhythm, wide enough to rival the bridge itself. For a moment, the paraglider holds his breath. What on earth is that? Some shapes in water defy easy explanation, especially when they stretch longer than anything naturally known. The camera focuses on a quiet table, water dripping from something recently laid upon its surface. The lighting is flat, the setting unremarkable, until the frame tightens. Whatever's resting there isn't quite still, and it definitely isn't ordinary.
Người ta mới thấy được. Con này là con gì đây không biết luôn quý vị ơi.
At first glance, it resembles lifeless seaweed or driftwood, but then one of the thin limbs twitches. Another follows. They curl slowly, deliberately, with a strange coordination. It's not long before every branch-like limb begins to stir. You've likely never seen movement like this.
Cái này ngộ ha. Không biết con này có gì đâu.
Its slow, synchronized movement feels calculated, as if aware it's being watched, yet still not fully revealing what it actually is. The grainy footage opens with a crowd of men standing quietly on a rugged shore. Their expressions are unreadable, but something just out of frame has drawn them in. Even through the blur, the sense of unease is clear. They gather around an immense form splayed across the rocks, oddly colored, strangely shaped, and unfamiliar. A few attempt to pierce its skin with blades, but nothing gives. It's massive, silent, and entirely out of place. Whatever washed ashore that day, it wasn't expected. The creature's sheer size and unidentifiable features leave the crowd frozen, unsure whether it's dead, sleeping, or something far worse hiding in plain sight. The blurry video begins with someone walking along a quiet shoreline, camera tilted downward as if searching for something. Nothing moves at first, but there's a strange hesitation in the way the person films, like they've already noticed something ahead. Lying face down in the sand is something with a human-like shape, yet entirely wrong. It's translucent, small, and covered in strange ridges across its back. The camera lingers, as if waiting for something more. Then the frame subtly tightens, almost anticipating movement. Its stillness feels deceptive, each second of silence stretching into something tense. Whatever it is, it doesn't quite belong here, and it might not be alone. Deep beneath the surface, the submarine's light cuts through the murk, revealing patches of motion across the seafloor. Everything seems still until a glinting shape begins to emerge through the haze, its outline faint but undeniably there, inching forward in measured steps. It doesn't look like anything familiar, but its slow gait draws comparisons to creatures that dwell on land. The reflective surface plays tricks on the eyes, flickering like scales or metal as it moves. Whatever this is, it isn't hiding. As it advances, the shape becomes clearer, unnatural, deliberate, and silent. It seems aware of the light, but completely unbothered by its presence. While out at sea, someone aboard this small boat captures footage of something bizarre resting in their hands. At first glance, it looks more like tangled plant matter than an animal. until you notice what it's doing between their fingers. Thin tendrils stretch and recoil with unsettling precision, each movement strangely lifelike yet unfamiliar. Its stillness only makes the shifting limbs feel more unnatural. The longer you watch it, the harder it gets to decide where the creature ends and imagination begins. The phone camera stays steady as a man drifts quietly on a small boat, scanning the calm surface. Then, without warning, something begins emerging in intervals, never fully rising but never fully gone either.
Look at that.
Its movements ripple strangely beneath the waterline, spreading out like fabric pulled by invisible hands. With each pass, the surface folds unnaturally, as if something wider and flatter than expected lurks just below. Whatever this is, it's far from the usual catch. Each ripple suggests massive size, yet nothing breaks the surface completely. It's as if the water itself is hiding something, deliberately watching from below. The table is soaked, the fish motionless, yet all eyes stay fixed on its alien features. Its long snout and leathery skin draw cautious hands and whispers as the group circles in curiosity, unsure of what they're really looking at. One woman finally reaches in to get a closer look, carefully flipping the body to its other side. At first, nothing seems unusual until something unexpected happens, leaving those around the table frozen in stunned disbelief.
Смотри, вот это были когда-то ножки, лапки. Вот они сейчас... Оп, спрятался, видишь, член? А, это надо как-то надавить, он выйдет.
Even in death, some creatures refuse to remain still. What this one does next leaves everyone questioning what's truly natural.